All right, guys, we're here for the second half of today's podcast, Sunday, June 15th, 2025, MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. That's Big Marcel. We just recapped that awful UFC Atlanta card, and now we're here to preview UFC Baku Hill versus Rountree Jr. I'm looking forward to talking about this card with you, Marcel, as I always do, man. And hopefully this is a card where the card itself is good and just a lot better than the Atlanta card from last week. I'll just say that. So we'll get into it. I'm just going to tweet out the podcast right now and do that. But I'll ask you right now, like, overall thoughts on this card, Baku?
Just a really odd main event, I would say. Overall, a pretty decent card. Looking forward to a couple of debuts on this card. Definitely the Moussaiev one I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's okay. It's an early starting time for this card. It's 5 p.m. for me, and 8 p.m. the main card. So that's okay, you know. That means that I have the Saturday evening off for once, or night off for once. But yeah, I mean, looks good, the card. I think it's decent. But yeah, like I said, the main event is kind of weird, you know.
Well, it was supposed to be for Kansas City, remember that? So they just rebooked it, but it's a weird placement. I'll also say, like, I thought there would be some more of the Georgian fighters on the card. I was a little surprised by that, to be honest with you. But because it's like pretty close by. I'm glad this card's happening. I'm not gonna lie, the last couple of days, obviously seeing all those like bombings and stuff like that in the Middle East, like, you know, this isn't far from there. You know what I mean, Marcel? So I kind of thought maybe this would be like, well, we're going back to the apex for this, guys. But you know, thankfully it looks like it's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure Jamal Hill and Klaudia are there now. I think they left this weekend.
Someone said Hill doesn't want to fly to Baku, but I read that as well, but I didn't see that from a trustful source. So
I mean, I don't blame him if it's true, just because of everything, all the unrest in that area of that part of the world right now. But
they can, and if it doesn't happen, they can easily make Fiziev as the main event over there. So
yeah, for sure. But I think it's going to happen. So
yeah, I think so too.
Anyways, we'll talk about, because again, Jamal wants to get paid, and it's his job. But we'll talk about the card, guys, and looking forward to that. Give me 1 second more, so I'm just gonna get the podcast ready, or the YouTube ready. All right, cool.
To be fair, I always think it's disrespectful if you ask for 1 second, you take 5. I mean,
I know. All right, I tweeted out. We're good to go.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's start with okay, let me get the odds up first. Let me do that. I probably should do that. All right. The bout order.
Yeah, they changed everything like to yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna use whatever's on UFC stats, which I think is correct, but maybe you can.
They open with Usman against Abdelwahab.
Yeah, I have a different order. Order.
Okay, then you got Tagir against Maksum. Then Sygula.
Okay, I see it. All right. Okay, just go through it one more time. Sorry about this, guys. It did change, and I have to fix it now. Go ahead, Marcel. Go.
First fight, Hamdy Abdelwahab against Mohammed Usman.
Yep.
Second fight, Tagir Ulanbekov against Azat Maksum. Third fight, Klaudia Sygula against Irina Alekseeva.
Okay.
Fourth fight, Melissa Mullins against Darya Zheleznyakova.
Okay.
Fifth fight is Jesus, I'm out of my head. Sixth fight, the featured prelim is Oban Elliott against Seokhyeon.
Okay.
Which one is in between?
You missed Ismail Naurdiev. That's before that, actually.
Who?
Naurdiev, you missed it.
Naurdiev against Park is the fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Do you also have the featured fight on the main card is Kuniev against Blades, and not Oralbai against Moussaiev? Okay.
Oh, they changed that too.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Jesus, why'd they change everything, man?
I don't know.
So annoying. Sorry about this, guys. We're doing it on the fly because I just looked up and my notes were different than what is on the site now. You said it changed yesterday?
Yeah, man. I mean, that was first different, and then I saw on the broadcast that they switched the Tofiq against Oralbai and the Kuniev Blades, and then I checked on ESPN and UFC, and they also had the prelims like mixed up because against Elliott was the second fight first, and now it's the sixth fight. So they switched that fight, plus they switched Sygula and Usman for some reason. I don't know why.
All right, well, good stuff, man. I appreciate you telling me that. We're good to go now, guys.
This is amazing because maybe they changed it tomorrow back and we look like idiots, but you know, it surprised me.
All right, let's go through the card. All right, start with the first fight of the night. We got Hamdy Abdelwahab taking on Mohammed Usman, and the odds for this one have Hamdy minus 175, the motor plus 150. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hamdy. I think he wins the decision. I think this fight's gonna suck. I'll say that, Marcel. It's gonna be a heavyweight. The heavyweights. Dana, we need the heavyweights to open up the prelims. As Mick says. I just think it goes to the decision. It's gonna be a grind. I think Hamdy will push him again. There's a lot of fence pushing in this fight. A lot of that. A lot of missed strikes. Maybe I'm being too negative, man. I just after the last card, it's gonna start with a bad fight on this one. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully there's a crazy knockout. I mean, maybe, but yeah, not too thrilled about it. But yeah, by the way, back-to-back Usman fights. That's funny in the UFC, Marcel. Back-to-back.
Yeah, true.
Hamdy by decision. I'm not really excited for the fight. I do think Hamdy wins, and I like him here as a favorite. So I'll just say that. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm actually hearing that McMahon is upset with Dana and he will not go to Baku because he wanted to have this heavyweight card on the heavyweight fight on the main card, So, yeah, but he only got one heavyweight fight on the main card. He wanted to have two.
They have the card opener heavyweights and the featured bout on the main card heavyweights.
Yeah, so yeah, that's enough heavyweight. I'm actually going with the dog here. I'm picking Mohammed Usman. I think there's more of a chance for him to get a knockout here than it's for Hamdy.
He does have a chance for sure.
So that's why I'm picking him. It's going to be a fucking awful fight probably, but yeah, I'm just going for the dog here. I think it's worth to get the money on the dog on this one. So
he's definitely got a chance. It's heavyweight, so you never really know. Marcel's the one who created this funny accent, though. By the way, I think it's hilarious. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Flyweights. Ulanbekov and Azat Maksum. And short notice for Maksum, right? We're supposed to be Tagir and Kyoji Horiguchi, I believe. Yeah, I agree.
And they were putting that on the prelims.
That's crazy. I think that would have been a fun fight. But anyways, Tagir's a huge favorite, as you expect. Minus 360 and plus 285 for Azat. I'm definitely taking Tagir in this fight, Marcel. I'm imagining you will too. Tagir's a really good fighter, as you guys know. Doesn't fight that much, though. That's the problem. He did fight once this year, but last year didn't fight at all. 2023 once. I think people kind of forget how good he is because he doesn't fight that often, but obviously a really good grappler. Azat, had that fight of the night with Charles Johnson. Not a bad loss. I mean, Charles Johnson's good. Fight with Tyson Nam kind of edged it out. I don't know how good he really is, to be honest with you. His record's great, but it's hard to know. I don't think losing to Johnson means you're a bad fighter, by the way, but it's, I think it's a step up to fight Tagir, to be honest with you. I almost feel like he's getting a really good opportunity here to break into the rankings when he doesn't really necessarily deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Tagir wins. Probably a decision, just kind of out wrestles him. Maybe a submission, but most likely a decision. What do you think?
Tagir is kind of the guy of the Nurmagomedov group who doesn't get the most hate probably, and not a lot of love. Islam gets a lot of love from people. Khabib gets a lot of love from people, but Tagir always got a lot of hate. I feel like and he lost in the UFC against Elliott in a fight where Elliott kind of cheated in that fight. But hey, if you don't cheat, you don't win. So that's on the referee. Yeah, I'm picking Tagir here, man. Tagir is good. He's pretty decent to watch, I think. He's not super spectacular, but what he does is good. I like him by decision in this one, So for me, also Tagir, Ulanbekov by decision.
Wait, we got Derek Fisher in the chat. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Former NBA player and former baseball player for the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm just kidding. It's a different guy. But yeah, glad to have you here, man. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We got Russian Ronda, Irina Alekseeva taking on Klaudia Sygula. Oh, man, I gotta be honest. I was looking forward to this card. Now I'm looking at these fights. I'm like, oh man, Jesus. Minus 250 Irina, plus 205 Klaudia. There's no way I could pick Klaudia after that last fight. There's just no way. I mean, it was bad. It was a bad look to Klaudia with the way she got absolutely destroyed by Melissa Mullins. And Melissa's on this card too, but I know Melissa's a good fighter. I mean, she is, but she got fucked up in that fight, man, and it was kind of dangerous too. Now she takes on Irina, who I don't think she's that good, to be honest with you, but she does have some power. She has some finishing ability. Not many fights, only 7 fights. Both girls very experienced. 8 fights for 7 fights. Yeah, bro, I don't think this is a UFC caliber fight. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna go with Irina. To be honest, Marcel, she maybe, you know what? This could be a spot, guys, for under 2.5 in a women's fight. I think it's possible. But, God, this fight stinks. What do you think, man?
I'm picking Romana Kopylov here, man. I think she wins. I cannot pick Sygula, man, after that first fight. Like you said, I think Romana is how do you say that, has more strength. Dude, by the way, it still surprises me when you look at the topology, how she looks there and how she looks now. Alekseeva. It's like night and day. But not that I'm such a hottie, but but you know what I mean.
Antoine says she's kind of fine. What do you think? Irina? Are you?
If you look at her topology, you think like, oh, not that bad, But if you look at how she looks now, look at her topology.
I think if anything, Klaudia is the one who's like kind of good looking.
Yeah, too much done, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm looking at her topology, dude. She looks great there, but like I remember when she thought, what the fuck? Is that the same person?
There's no that's way. The same girl. Yeah, it is.
She doesn't look anything like that anymore, Antoine. No. Trust me, brother. She don't look like that. And True mentioned she coming off a suspension, PDs. So it's something to keep in mind. 2-year layoff, but but Antoine's really into her. Antoine loves her. I'm looking at he's like short hair and go for it, brother.
I mean, all good. I mean, you have our blessing.
Marcel's like, you go ahead.
Yeah, Alekseeva wins the fight. I wouldn't be even surprised if she finishes the fight. I'm going to TKO.
I think she could. Yeah. I think she could finish. I think this is the decent spot for a women's under. It really is. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We got another women's fight back to back, Marcel. It's a rematch, right? Darya Zheleznyakova against Melissa Mullins. They fought in Aris, and Mullins won, I believe, right? So she's a big favorite once again, as you expect. -270, Melissa Mullins. Darya +220. I'll say this: I don't even know if she'll make weight. Mullins, she struggled to make weight. But I mean, she's a good fighter, man. Honestly, she is. I think she's very talented and very powerful. And we saw that nasty finish last fight. Darya, I don't think she's looked that good in the UFC. I think, you know what? This could be another finish too, potentially in a women's fight. I'd be curious. Let me check the odds. If they have odds.
I'm picking Melissa Mullins by submission for your
information. Yeah, let me see what the unders are. Give me one sec. Sorry. It's
are somebody sticking with tape or something?
No, it's my dog. Give me one sec. She's scratching the door. One sec.
By the way, yeah, I'm picking her by submission, man. I think she's pretty decent. Melissa Mullins, Darya, is okay, but I haven't been impressed so far by her, and she also lost to Eileen Perez, which also is not a great look in my opinion. So for me, Mullins, guys, Mullins by submission. I pick her. No problem, dude.
Yeah, the dog was like scratching the door. I know it sounded terrible. Fucking dog. She's cute. She gets away with it. All right. Yeah, no, we have the same pick in that.
What kind of dog you have, dude?
It's a cockapoo. It's these little tiny dogs. They're cute. Antoine says he likes Mullins. Bro, we have different taste of women. I'll just say that. My boy, my brother. So, but yeah. No, hey, no judgment. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got JunYong Park taking on Ismail Naurdiev. That's kind of interesting fight, I guess.
Antoine, maybe we should you should go to here and I should go to where you live, dude. Just kidding.
I like Antoine. I know, right? Marcel's into he likes the demographic in Atlanta. Antoine, we'll just say that. JunYong Park -198, Naurdiev +164. Kind of a tricky one, to be honest with you, Marcel. Like, the thing about this fight is, like, I think Park is good, but I will say that, like, Naurdiev, man, he looked damn good in his last fight against Bruno Silva, but it's Bruno Silva. So, like, I don't know what to take from it. You know what I mean? And Park's obviously more proven. He's fought better competition, better wins. I do think he could lose this fight, though. Like, this isn't a fight where I would want to bet on Park.
What's favorite?
Park's favorite. He's almost 2-1. But Naurdiev's younger. Naurdiev a little bigger too. I'm going to take Park by decision, but I think Naurdiev is a live dog. I would stay away from this one. I don't like this one from a betting perspective. I'll take Park by decision, guys. I think it probably goes to decision though. I'll say that over 2.5. But I think Naurdiev's got a chance. What do you think?
I think that wasn't Bruno Silva we saw in the UFC, but it was actually Rudy Gobert who switched with Bruno Silva. I'm going with the dog here, dude. I'm going with Naurdiev. I think he can edge out a decision in this fight. I think it will be a close fight. Yeah, I'm going with Naurdiev. I think he wins a decision, but it will be close. I wouldn't be surprised if Park wins somehow. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got Seokhyeon Ko against Oban Elliott, and Oban's a huge favorite here, -500. +3 on Seokhyeon Ko. or as Brandon Fitzgerald, well, you can say it, not me. What do you say?
Suck your cock. That's what Brendan.
That's so funny. I love Brendan. Yeah, I mean the line is kind of crazy to be honest. Minus 500. I mean it's high. You know, I do think Oban probably wins. Like I think he's the easy pick here. Like he's looked really good in the UFC.
Wasn't impressed by Ko, dude. So.
And Ko, to be honest, like that fight with that Igor Cavalcante guy, like I wasn't upset, but God, it was a terrible fight. Calls himself the Korean Tyson. I don't know about that nickname. Weird nickname. I don't see it at all. I don't think this guy should have been signed. I don't get why they signed him. If they're not going to use him in Korea, if they're going to go to Korea, I understand why they would bring him in. But like, if they're going to use him in the random card in Baku, like why is I don't get it. And they hadn't been the Apex before that. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's visa. They both didn't have the visa before.
No, I understand. But like, even like, why they signed him in the first place if they weren't going to go to Korea with him? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think this guy's good. I don't think he's good. I think he loses. I think Oban Elliott probably wins. You know what? He might knock him out. I think it's possible he knocks him out. But if not, he wins the decision. And I kind of agree with True. I think the line's going to explode in this one. Like, this guy's not good. So, look at True said. That's funny. You have the same pick? Elliott knockout, you think?
Elliott wins this fight, yeah. How? It's either a late finish or a decision, I think, you know. Yeah. But I think Elliott wins the fight. I'm not picking against him in this one. I think, and he has been looking good in the UFC, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, let's go to the main card. We're rushing through this card, not on purpose, but it's like, you know, it's some of these picks, a lot of big favorites. Now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the main card. Yeah. Bogdan Grad taking on Mohammed Naimov in the first fight on the main card, I believe, right? That's the first fight.
Yeah.
Mohammed Naimov minus 218, Bogdan Grad plus 180. Yeah. I think this fight's close too, to be honest. Like, obviously, the odds are somewhat close. Naimov, he has a good record in the UFC. I'm still not convinced how good this guy is, to be honest with you.
You just hated that Wood fight.
Yeah. Well, with the fence crowd, yeah. I mean, he's 4-1. But I think he's had a soft schedule, man. Like, Con Offley's not that good. Eric Silva's not that good. Jamie Malarkey's, like, very chinny. That was a nice win at the time, but, like, you know, again, the Nathaniel Wood win looks good. I'll say that. But and then the Wood moved weight classes right after that, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he? Nathaniel?
Yeah.
So then Felipe Lima beat him. Felipe Lima's very good. We're talking about. We'll do some fight analysis after. Grad was getting beat up by Lucas Alexander until that guy gassed out, and then he came back and won. I don't think he even won that fight with Oswell. Oh, do I know one? I don't know. I don't think this guy's that good either. But again, like Naimov, I think is beatable. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I have a great read in this fight. I'll just be honest.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'd go first, I guess. Go ahead.
Okay, I fully agree with Knox, by the way. Grad is not that good, but he's super tough, you know. Yeah. He fought against Michael Aswell. He got the win there, which I thought he lost the fight. Grad also, by the way, a really nice dude. But, I think Naimov wins this fight, man. I think it goes to a decision. I think Naimov does enough to win at least 2 of the 3 rounds. So for me, Naimov wins. I don't think it will be an amazing fight. I think it will be kind of close, but I still think Naimov will be doing enough to win the fight.
Yeah, in my notes, I have Naimov by decision too. I'm just like, as we break it down, I think it's close. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I had in my notes, so I have the same pick. All right, let's go to the next fight here. I think this is one of the best fights in the card. Nazym Sadykhov taking on Nikolas Motta. Great fight. Should be a really good striking battle here. We have the odds of this one. Nazym, as you'd expect, is favored. Marcel minus 455. Wow. Motta plus 250. Yeah, I think Nazym knocks him out. I'll just say that right now. I think this is an easy pick for Nazym. I do think Motta's a good fighter with a really good striking background, but I just think Sadykhov's better. And Sadykhov's the better grappler too, so I think he's got 2 paths to win here. But I think, I think he's just going to really tee off on this guy, man. Motta's very hittable. He does have power, but he's super hittable. But yeah, with Sadykhov fighting at home in Azerbaijan, Marcel, this is a big spot for him to really show off in front of his fans. I think this guy's been underrated for a while. I think he knocks out Motta and gets a bonus. I think it's possible too. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, by the way, I really like Nikolas Motta, man. I think he's a fun fighter to watch, and at the same time,
he's a good dude, right?
Really good dude as well. Yeah, indeed. You were glazing his fight with Mahashata, I remember. And
I was like, this fight's so good. And Marcel's like, this fight sucks. You were trolling, right?
Yeah, the problem was this was early in the morning, and I was still tired.
You were cranky as fucking angry, and you're like, this fight's not that good. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's a fucking good fight.
I hate fucking mornings, dude. So I'm always like, I don't want the people to talk
Oh
to
wait,
me in the morning.
Is Motta still on the roster, or was he released? Do you know?
I have no idea, dude. I have no
fair
idea.
Enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I also got a big Sadykhov here, I think, Sadykhov has looked good as of lately. I think he looked really good against Bonfim. He got kind of lucky against Alder, dude, with Alder getting a doctor stoppage there.
Doctor stoppage.
Doctor stoppage. Yeah, but they're picking Sadykhov here in front of his home
Yeah.
crowd. And he got a great team he trains with, right? He trains with Sterling, Marab, and these kind of guys. So
Nazym's good, man.
Yeah, at the same time, it's of course bullshit I'm talking here because Artem Lobov was training with Connor, So, yeah, I'm picking Sadykhov.
Knockout? Submission?
I see quicker a knockout than a submission in this one, yeah.
I don't think it goes the distance. I'll just say that. Do you think Nazym has potential at lightweight? I think he's good. I think he does have potential. I think he could break in the top 15, but again, there's just a Shark Tank at 155. It really is. What's up, Glimbach? Glad to have you here, man. Yeah, I mean, 155 is deep, as you guys know. All right, let's go to the next fight here. Here's the debut in the UFC of Tofiq Musayev, Azerbaijani fighter, taking on Mukhtabek Oralbay, and the odds for this one have Oralbay minus 165, Tofiq plus 140. It's a really good fight. I like this one too. Man, that fight with Oralbay and Rabeski was incredible. I mean, it really was one of the best fights of last year. Absolute fucking war. Fight with Brenner was pretty impressive, in the fight with Earl Smedich. I mean, the guy's just impressive. I think he's good. The caveman, as a lot of people call this guy. I think he's good. And then Tofiq, debut here, obviously fought in Bellator, fought in Rizin, fought, a lot of really good competition. It's a really good fight. But I got to go with Oralbay just because, man, he's more tested in the UFC, really, quite frankly, And the other thing about Tofiq is that he's my age, basically. Actually, he's your age. He's 89, Marcel, making his debut.
Oh, then he's still very young.
Yeah, of course. It's just like, it's a little bit older to make his debut, I'll say that. So he's good. He has a chance to win for sure. But I think Oralbay probably wins this fight. The line's pretty close. I think Oralbay maybe by decision. What are you thinking here? Actually, yeah, you're thinking a dog, eh? Yeah.
This fight goes to a decision. This will be a close fight. We're in Baku. We're in Azerbaijan. Musayev fighting at home. He's going to win a close decision, I think, This is going to be a very, very close, fun fight. I think both guys are very high skilled, in my opinion. I think Musayev wins by maybe even by a split decision. I think it will be really close, and this might be a fight of the night. I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be fight of the night. I think this is a real fun fight, and I take in consideration that it's in Baku. It will be close. People will cheer for Musayev more. I think the judges will be influenced by it, and I think he wins by split decision.
Ooh, that's a crazy call. I mean, if you threw a few bucks on that, you'd probably win a few $3 for sure, man. Jason, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here. Me and Jason are in the finals in the confidence pool. I don't know if you've been paying attention, Marcel.
So yeah, of course.
I won yesterday, so I have the lead, but I mean, it's going to come down to this card. So, I mean, good luck, Jason. I do kind of feel like Jason got screwed a little bit by the Bellator fight, but Buckley lost, so I still would have won the fight. So I feel like, it was pretty fair. But yeah, I mean, that should have been a DQ. But again, Buckley clearly lost. So, Tofiq, does he get a ranked guy with a win? Maybe because he's older. Maybe. Maybe he could fight another older guy like Mike Chandler. Maybe they'll do that. Who would you pick, Tofiq or Chandler? Who would you pick?
Oh, Tofiq probably.
Yeah, I know, right? And who would you pick, Oralbay or Chandler? Who would you pick?
Oralbay probably.
Yeah. There's a lot of people you probably pick that are unranked over Chandler. I don't think he's the one guy that, based on his last few fights, Marcel, I don't know if he should be ranked, to be quite frankly. Do you think Tofiq is on a better deal than usual entry? Probably, I would imagine. Some of these older guys. But again, never know, right? Like Dana tried to lowball Veretanikov, right? They tried to give him a 10-10. They tried to.
I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but he didn't like the contract, right? He said that, the offer.
But Veretanikov is in the UFC, right?
Oh, not Veretanikov. I'm sorry, Artem. What's the guy's name? The guy that fought Rico.
Yeah. Vakitov. Yeah.
Vakitov. Sorry, guys, I said his name wrong. Yeah. Not Nikolai Veretanikov. Vakitov. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Vakitov.
Yeah, he didn't like the offer, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he and obviously, man, he's fighting for a title in Glory, so he earns more than, and he got the name in Glory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's
maybe he thought like I wanted a Contender Series fight and I got the same deal like Alex Pereira gets or something, but that's not the case.
Well, Dana didn't like his fight. He only signed he liked because Alex was there, right? Remember, Alex was like sign this guy, and then Dana's like, I don't know. He's like, there was a lot of cage pressing and clinching and stuff. Anyways, we'll talk about that guy when he. Well, maybe he'll never fight him.
No, I don't think he will.
Nah,
the thing that Dana holds grudges, dude.
Let's go to the next fight here, guys. We got Curtis Blades taking on Rizvan Kuniev. And this has been rebooked like, 3 times, if I want to say?
Something like that, yeah.
And the odds keep getting lower on Blades, which is interesting. Blades is minus 290 now. Rizvan plus 235. I mean, Rizvan's got a puncher's chance, obviously, because it's heavy. It's heavyweight. We got to put them on the main card. Rizvan's got a puncher's chance. But honestly, like, Blades is way more proven in the UFC. I know he's coming off that brutal loss to Tom, like, last year. But if you look at Blades' career, I mean, other than really Derek Lewis, everyone else he's lost to is like a champion or like an elite guy. So, and then he has good wins, like against Jailton Almeida, Volkov. Like, he has some huge wins, man. I think Blades wins. I think Blades probably wins by ground and pound. Maybe the first round's a little sketchy, but I think as the fight goes on, Blades just overpowers him with the wrestling, slams this guy in the ground, beats the shit out of him, and wins by TKO. So I like Blades by knockout. He's gonna have to watch out in the first couple minutes, but I think he wins by TKO. What do you think?
I'm fully with you. Blades by ground and pound, probably. Blades has shown in his career that he only loses to the elite, in my opinion. Yeah, and he got knocked out by Derek Lewis, like you said. But
yeah,
I cannot pick against Blades, dude. Blades still probably one of the best wrestlers in the heavyweight division. Plus, he can finish, on the ground as well. And not with submission. I mean with TKO, with ground and pound. Give me Blades, dude. When the fight was made, I was immediately like, why? Maybe we got proven wrong by Kuniev, but I don't think so. I think I'm not going to fade Blades in this one.
I will say, I'm true. Just said he hasn't gotten a takedown since 4 years. He's right. And I'm looking at the stats. He's right. The last time he got one was against Rosenstrike. But the thing is, like, Chris Dawkins has kind of a bad chin, so he knocked him out. Tom, the first fight, ended with the injury. Sergey knocked him out in 3 minutes. Didn't have much time. Then the Jailton fight. Jailton actually took him down 9 times, but he kept getting back up and then beat the shit out of his head while he was in that position against the fence. Remember that finish?
Yeah, of course.
And then obviously Tom knocked him out in a minute. So he hasn't had a ton of opportunities to get takedowns.
I haven't been impressed by Kuniev either, so.
He's another guy that tested positive, right? And was it PFL? Was it PFL?
PFL, yeah. Where he fought that guy who fought Francis.
Yeah. Ferreira. He's the guy that had 2 fights on Contender that weren't. I mean, the first fight was Dana didn't sign him, remember? After the
No, it was terrible, he said.
Dana it was awful. And then he did sign, but that Victor. No, not Victor Hugo. Hugo
Cunha.
Victor Hugo Cunha. That guy's awful, man. So Marcel, remember how bad it was actually a bad fight, and then he won in the last second.
Yeah.
I only think they signed him because the division's bad. And to answer Antoine's question, I don't think they're trying to build Blades at all. I think they're looking to actually hope this guy wins. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's a guy with Ali too, isn't he? He's Ali guy, isn't he? Who's Blades with? Is he with Jason? Or
no, I don't know who Blades is with actually.
Fair enough.
Oh, Blades is with Vayner Sports, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have co-main event. I mean, this fight's going to be good. Here we go. The main card is actually, I think, pretty good. The prelims not so much. The main card's good. I'll say that. Please, God, please give us a good fight here, and I think they will. Rafael.
Yes, they say that as well all the time.
Rafael Fiziev that takes on Ignacio Bahamondes. Oh, but Mark Choinsky's fighting right now? Are you serious? He's fighting. Is he Marcel? Did you know this?
I don't know. Maybe he's just.
Or is he just there? Tell us, lazy. But yeah, as far as this fight goes, we got odds. Fiziev. Oh wow, it's okay. So it's even. It's minus 110 each. It's a pick'em fight. So
we consider the dog.
Hold on, let me double check that. Let me double check. I'm going to use. Let me double check. I want to get the most accurate, up to date odds because I'm seeing minus 110. But let's check. All right, Marcel.
Yeah.
Very, very slight odds. Very slight odds for the favorite Ignacio Bahamondes minus 112. A small, tiny underdog minus 108. Rafael Fiziev. You can't get there's no tighter odds than this because if it's minus 110, it's even. So he's minus 108. So he's a small dog. And hit the button for me. Let's go. Listen, I love Ignacio. You know that. I've liked the guy for a while. I think he's a phenomenal prospect. I mean, at this point, he's probably a contender. But I got to go with Fiziev, man. I have to. Like, he's just more proven in the UFC. And, like, yeah, he did lose to Gaethje a couple times. And in the Gamrot fight, he got hurt. But, like, to me, he's still one of the best fighters in the division. That fight with Gaethje was just, it was super short notice. He hadn't fought in a while. I almost think that's a good thing he had that fight because he got some cage time here before this fight. He's fighting at home. He's the biggest star from the country. This is going to be an amazing fight, but I just think Fiziev is going to be I think he'll be the more effective striker. I really do. I don't know if he knocks Noxio out. Noxio is very, very durable, but he's been hot, man. He's red hot, 3 straight wins. He's looked incredible. If he wins this fight, I mean, it elevates the stock like crazy. Like, he goes in the top 5, top 10, obviously. But yeah, I have to go Fiziev, man. I have to do it, Marcel. I think he'll be the more effective striker. And
what if Bahamondes tries to grapple?
Yeah, let me check. What's Fiziev's takedown defense? It is 90%. He's doesn't get taken down very easily. Fiziev by decision. That's my pick. So small, tiny underdog Fiziev. Am I on the same pick as you or different pick? Let's go. Let's go. Consensus dog. Let's go.
I got to pick Fiziev, man. I still think, I know he lost 3 straight, but actually the first fight against Gaethje, I thought he could have won that one, to be honest, on the scorecards. He didn't. But
it was close.
Then he lost to Gamrot in a fight where he got injured. And last time was a short notice fight. And yeah, he lost the fight. This time I think he lost 2-1. But I still think he's very good, I'm picking Fiziev by decision. I think he wins the fight. At least he wins 2 of the 3 rounds. Maybe he gasses a little bit again in the 3rd round, but I think he wins the first 2.
Yeah, no, I'm completely with you on this one. It's competitive. And like Jason's saying, Ball is definitely bigger. He's definitely bigger.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. Like, let me look at the size difference right now. Yeah, 6'3" to 5'8". It's 7 inches, but I just think Fiziev's I think he's the more proven fighter. I think he's the more effective striker, and I think he wins the fight. So
you already know who's Jason going to pick in the confidence pool.
Yeah, there you go. Job, Jason. You spoiled your pick. No, I'm kidding. All right, main event: Jamal Hill taking on Rountree Jr. Odds for this one: Rountree's the favorite, -155. Hill +130. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun fight, kind of a random placing, like Marcel said, but yeah, fun fight. Strikers. If it takes place in the feet, I give Rountree the advantage. I mean, especially based on how Hill's looked in the last couple of fights. He's looked pretty bad. Rountree obviously hasn't fought since last year, but his stock, it's one of those fights where the stock went way up in the loss to Pereira, right? And he's been around the UFC for a while. It looks like he's kind of coming to his own finally. I will say this, like, if Hill tries to grapple, I think that would be smart here because Khalil has been put in his back before. He's not very good in the ground. But most likely this fight's going to take place in the feet, Marcel, I think. Back and forth, but I think Rountree is going to be the more dangerous striker and the more durable guy. Hill's not the greatest chin, in my opinion. I think Rountree knocks him out. There you go. What do you think, Ben? Dog? Okay. I don't trust Hill anymore.
Very easy pick for me. Okay. Jamal Hill is maybe not the top 3 best fighters in the light heavyweight division, but he's still ways above Khalil Rountree, in my opinion. Khalil Rountree, he's a pretty good striker, but and I don't want to talk shit, but he's so overrated, dude. Everybody's talking like this guy, this and that. Dude is one-dimensional, is very good striking, has 0 ground game. I think he has 0. He tried 0 takedowns in the UFC, man. Even Pereira had 1 more takedown than he had in the UFC, And I feel like for a lot of people who are picking Rountree, you pick Rountree because you believe in Rountree and don't believe in Hill.
I liked it for a while, too. Yeah.
I know, but there are a lot of people who are picking Rountree because they hate Jamal Hill, And,
for sure.
I mean, Jamal Hill is pretty decent, I think. Rountree, we always went back and forth about Rountree on this podcast, man. I still think he's not that good. And like Jason here says, he completely robbed Jacoby in that fight.
Yeah,
back then.
I bet on Jacoby. I felt like I got robbed so bad. Like, I felt like the judges took money in my pocket that day.
I think this is going to be easy work for Hill. Hill wins. I'm picking by finish as well. So, yeah.
TKO first. This fight's not going 5 rounds. I'd be shocked. I would be absolutely fucking shocked. A lot of you guys are taking Hill in the chat. Fair enough. I don't trust him anymore, personally. But, we'll see what happens. All right. Did you guys watch the fights that show the fighter walkouts. What do you talk? I don't know what you mean.
Oh yeah, and the US they have commercial breaks during it. We can always see the walkouts. At least where I can.
On the Fight Pass part on my computer, I can watch that, but not during the main card. They just show the commercials.
Oh, for me, it's like we have HBO Max over here in the Netherlands. We can see like we don't have commercials in between the event itself, so we see the complete stream the whole damn time. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let me recap the picks. You took Usman as a dog. I took Abdelwahab. We both took Ulanbekov. We both took Irina. We both took Melissa. Marcel took Naurdiev as a dog. I took Park. Both took Elliott. Both took Naimov. Both took Sadykhov. Both took Oralbai. Both took Blades.
No, I picked Musayev, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. He took Musayev as a dog. You took a lot of dogs, okay? I took Oralbai. Yeah. Both took Blades. We did have one consensus dog, slight dog, but Rafael Fiziev. And then Marcel took Joel Hill as a dog. I took Rountree. So Marcel took, I think, 5 dogs. I took Blades. So I'm going to be wrong. I mean, there's going to be more than one dog win, so you'll probably get a couple of those dogs. It's just hard to know. But yeah, I think there's a few fights that are definitely competitive and go either way, but should be a pretty good card, hopefully. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go to the UFC news and fight announcements. It's good for like 5-10 minutes, Marcel.
Sure.
Pull up your...
Anytime you guys
use your... Go ahead.
Answer Antoine's question if it's good for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we have like the UFC on HBO Max. I work with them together with Eurosport, and we only miss like the first hour of the prelims always because that has to be on Fight Pass for some reason. But the others, we can all watch, and it's like with full walkout, so you never miss a walkout.
Antoine's asking about PFL breakdown. I don't care, to be honest with you. I don't know if you do.
Same.
I only watched a couple of the fights. I gotta be honest with you, Antoine. I'm not feeling it right now. So, let's go through the fight announcements. Let me pull it up here. Share screen. We're doing this instead, Antoine. There you go. You got a double dip here. Here we go. Can you see? Oh no, I gotta click that.
Can you see me?
There we go. Yeah, Peyton Talbot being fed to the wolves against Felipe Lima. I mean, I think Lima. This is in 2 weeks too, right? Mm-hmm. Lima should be a favorite here, I would say, which is crazy, but. Talbot was minus 1,000 against Rowdy Barcelos.
By the way,
Lima has a good chance to win. I know you're going to say the collaboration, right?
Yeah. By the way, it's true what's been posted. I think by Front Kick and by Damon Martin that Felipe Lima was actually supposed to fight Jonathan Martinez for another card. That didn't happen. And Talbot was also supposed to fight, I think, somebody else. And both guys were very tough to match up, so they matched up with each other. Yeah, it's a fun fight, man. I think Lima will be favored as well. Lima has looked amazing so far in the UFC. Yeah, that's what I think as well.
No, I think so too. We'll talk about this fight in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So the next fight here, we got... Oh, that's not it. Saw those already. Oh, gosh. Great picture here. Alvin Hines making his debut on short notice against Jonathan Deniz, the heavyweight. This is on the prelims now, right? This is in the main card, right?
I don't know. They didn't change it yet, but I figure. Yeah.
Josh Van and Roy Val's going to open the main card. Hopefully. It should be. Jonathan's going to be a huge favorite here, right?
Yeah, I think so too. But if Alvin gets it to the ground, Jonathan's in trouble, dude.
Jonathan has no ground game.
Yeah.
Nico Price taking on Jacoby Smith. You broke this fight? Yeah, you broke this fight.
By the way, lazy bet, the fight between Peyton and Felipe is at bantamweight.
Yeah. It's crazy how many fights they added to this card at the last second for considering it's the biggest card of the year, right?
This got signed on Friday, by the way. So
crazy. Jacoby Smith is going to be a huge favorite, and he's probably going to end Nico Price's career in the UFC. I would think. Very good chance. Am I crazy to say that?
It's very possible, man. I mean, listen, I love Nico. It's his 19th fight in the UFC.
Wow.
But Jacoby is one of the guys who look really good off our Contender Series. Yeah. I had a great short notice debut against Preston Parsons last time. You know? So.
Yeah, no, he'll be a big favorite here.
Yeah.
I love Nico too. He's got like 10 kids. He's got to feed them, so he's got to take these short notice fights. Weird fight here. Sorry.
Never pulls out.
Yeah, Jared Cannonier and Venom Page. Weird fight at middleweight. I guess they just couldn't find an opponent for either guy, so like you'll fight each other. I love Jared. He is 41 now. Yeah, he's getting up there in age. I think the MVP has a good chance to win this fight, Marcel, to be honest with you. I think he can kind of weasel his way to a win here. So
I feel like the UFC wants MVP to win this fight, and that they don't know what to do with Jared. I think Jared can win the fight, to be honest,
Yeah.
Jared is much more, in my opinion, much more seasoned. He had a lot better names than MVP. MVP fought MVP fought during the prime of his career. He fought like a couple of scrubs he should have never fought, just to make him look good in Bellator. And he also fought some quality fighters in Bellator, don't get me wrong, but he also fought fighters he never should have fought. So yeah, it's interesting. But man, Jared's good, man. I like Jared a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. Did you guys hear what Joe Riggs said? I did see that, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's what he said. Maybe it's true. It's not good, but the UFC does bully guys, so that wouldn't surprise me. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got Nate Landwehr against Morgan Charrier. I'm surprised it's booked. I know Nate's from Nashville, so it makes sense. But Morgan, I thought they were doing the Paris card in September, so a little surprised, right?
Maybe he can still fight after the fight. Maybe he got offered the fight and he's like, fuck yeah, I put him to sleep and then I fight on the Paris card. Maybe that's his mindset. I don't know, if that's going to happen, that's not what I'm saying, but that might be his mindset. It's an interesting fight, man. Yeah. Nate should be on the card. He's from Clarksville, Nashville, right? So, no, Clarksville. Tennessee, I'm sorry. Nashville is the other city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, fun fight. Kind of an odd booking. Came out of nowhere pretty much, but fun fight.
UFC announced it. Yeah, they did, right?
Yeah,
they got
on Friday. On Thursday, sorry.
Yeah, Joe Mercer against Michal Oleksiejczuk. The fighting nerds announced the fight. It's a fun fight. I like this one. There's no way this fight goes the distance, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's a fun fight. Two guys, submission versus knockout, basically. Dr. Sleep, Shi Ming takes on Bruno Brazil. I kind of feel like this is a winnable fight for Shi Ming. Do you agree with me?
I feel like it's also a winnable fight for Bruno Brazil, dude. I mean, Shi Ming wasn't looking great until that head kick against Feng Xiaokang, So I know there's a lot of hype with her because of that head kick, but it's also stupid, man. She got a bonus, so she has a bonus there, but the record is 0-0.
I was literally about to say that. That didn't make any sense.
No, that's so stupid.
Those fights should count. If they're on a UFC card, they should count as a UFC fight.
I agree with you.
I think she fought with the red gloves, right? They're not going to do that anymore, though. They don't have those gloves. Oh, by the way, we don't talk about the gloves anymore. They've gone back to the old gloves permanently now, right?
Yeah.
No one talks about them anymore. Funny. Is Gamrot versus BSC in the works? I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
All right, let's go to the next fight here. Michel Pereira against Marco Tulio.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, it's so fucking random. I'll say this, like, Michel, I know he has all these wins. Dude, based on how Tulio looked against Trishan Gore, like, I mean, this guy looked like the best striker in the UFC in that fight. I think he'll be the favorite here. Am I crazy?
No, I don't think so, man. And by the way, that is not even his biggest notable win. His biggest notable win is not even on his record here, and that's Norma Dumont.
Ooh, so it's a good win.
Yeah, I mean, dude looked really good, man, so far in the UFC, I think. And the contender series was kind of on the fence, He had that first win over Yusri Belgari, my countryman.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was an amazing. It was a good win, but not an amazing win. I think against the Duclos guy, he also didn't look great until he had that great finish,
Yeah.
And the UFC has looked good so far, So he's an interesting dude. A very nice guy, by the way, as well. So
of course, he's a nice guy, dude. He's dating Norma Dumont. He gets to go home and sleep with that every night. Like it's pretty good life, man. I'll say that. Do you guys think Shi Ming has potential? I think so. I
really need to see more.
And that's in Shanghai, right? I'm assuming, right?
That
fight?
She was actually, what I've heard behind the scenes, she was actually supposed to fight Fatima Klein on the Nashville card. Yeah, but she didn't get the visa, so Fatima Klein is fighting Melissa Martinez.
Oh wow. Yeah, super smelly. Piotr Yan and Marcus Begay. I mean, we've heard about this fight for a few months now. Finally got signed. I mean, Marcus is a really good fighter, but I just think this is a levels fight. Piotr Yan is I think Piotr is one of the most underrated guys in the UFC. No one talks about him as a contender anymore for some reason, and should be favored.
I also gotta explain this a little to people who are like, "Why the hell didn't you post this 3 or 4 weeks ago?" The thing is, like, Yan signed the contract, and they also sent McGee the contract. But there was something wrong on the contract. I cannot say what, but something wrong on the contract. So they had to resend the contract to the UFC. And it took fucking till earlier this week for them to send it to him. And then McGee signed it. So that's why it took a little bit longer. And that's why I didn't post it when it was released. First by a lot of people. But it's an odd fight, I think, I mean, Jan wants to keep busy. They don't have anybody else for him right now. At least they told him that. And for McGee, it's a big opportunity, man. I mean, McGee pretty much gets the opportunity that Sean O'Malley got against Jan. Sean was back then, he was 14. McGee is, I think, 13 or 12 right now. It's a good opportunity for my God.
Marcel's dying over here, guys. Jesus. Use the cough button, brother. We need the cough button in the radio studio here for Marcel. I'll take over. Marcel, just take a break. You can hit the mute. He's on mute. Marcel's dying on camera, guys. Oh my god. I hope he's okay. Abu Dhabi card looks good. Marcel, are you okay, man? You okay?
I cannot get it away, man.
Oh shit, dude. I always thought having like
yeah, I'm good. Just talk on.
Cut back on the Marlboro. Stop sucking all those. Never mind. You guys are fucking hilarious. You guys are trolling yourself. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go to the next fight here. Yeah, Brandon Royval, Josh Fan. I mean, this is a fight. I'm not giving my pick, but I don't really know who I'm going to pick. I mean, you guys are going to assume I'm picking Van because I love him. I don't know. I mean, this is a huge step up, and like the odds are crazy too, right? He opened as a huge favorite. Now it's like a pick 'em. I think Royval's favored. It's an amazing fight. It's an absolutely amazing fight. But yeah, we don't know. I'm not giving my pick yet. I'm choking on there, yeah, pretty much. Andrade Lupi. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I don't know. It's kind of a weird fight. What do you think? A little weird.
I mean, Jessica keeps switching between flyweight and strawweight, right? So she gets like the people they want to push probably. And for Lupi, it's a good opportunity, man, to get a win over Jessica. But the thing is, like, Jessica's really good at 115 and not that great at 125. So,
yep,
this will be a difficult fight, I think, for Lupi.
I agree. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got
me too, lazy bet, but not for the good, not for the good way.
Nursul 10 against Brian Battle. Yeah, I mean,
I heard about this fight, but I heard it was in Shanghai, but apparently it's in Chicago.
So. It's a middleweight fight too. Yeah, Nursul 10 probably should be the favorite because of the division, but like Brian Battle's good, man. He's very good. So interested to see him at middleweight because obviously he had some weight cut issues at welterweight. A couple other fights. Did we talk about this one? I don't think
we haven't talked last week.
Alex Hernandez, Chase Hooper. Yeah. Who broke this one? It was that guy on Twitter. Yeah, I mean Chase will probably be favored, I would think. But good test for him. Good step up, I would say.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
I think first round knockout. And I think this will be a decision. Interesting one, man.
Pitbull and Ige. Bro, based on how Pitbull looked, I don't know if I can pick him against a ranked guy like Ige, to be honest.
He can win that fight for sure, yeah. I think so too.
Dan's so underrated. Adolfo Vera, Trishan Gore. Would you think the loser gets cut for this fight?
Yeah, probably. The thing is, like, Trishan has to make sure to keep it standing, probably.
Yeah, if he gets taken down, he's going to get submitted for sure. Bakoyev and Finney. Yeah, I mean, I think Bakoyev will be fair, but it'd be funny if Finney wrestled his way to a horrible win.
It's always so hard to scale these pictures with. Last time when we had Valentin against Finney, that was super hard to scale, man.
You're gonna after this fight, you're gonna send me a voice note and be like, "Bro, this fight was really, really, really horrible. It was so bad." I'm gonna laugh so hard. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. My bad. Where am I going? Here. We talked about this yet? We did, didn't we? No. Fuck. Ursay looks asleep in this picture. Jesus. I hope your boy wins, Marcel.
I think Alex can win that fight, dude. I really think. And not because he's my friend, but I think he can win.
Ursay's a little overrated, because of that fight with Pantoja, but he hasn't looked that great since then. Karine Silva and JJ Aldrich. Yeah, Karine, man, that fight was terrible against Araujo, but probably a winnable fight here against JJ Aldrich, who's number 15.
Yeah, not anymore, yeah.
I have Brayden still against Jocelyn Edwards. Yeah, she also switched divisions again, right?
Yeah.
Myra. Those pictures you sent were pretty funny, Marcel. Her and Gloria DePaula.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting fight. Lonnie Cap Charles. I could have swore we talked about these fights, though. I think we did.
Maybe we did.
Okay, yeah, I think we did. I'm going to stop. I think we have. I'm like getting deja vu here, guys. What the hell? All right, let's close that. Marcel needs tea with honey. Fuck yeah, he does. What was the rumored fight between contenders? What was that fight? Do you know what this guy is? He's trying to confuse you. Paco's trying to confuse you to get you to leak a fight.
No, that's I said a fight between two former title challengers. That was Perez against Ertzak.
Oh, okay, that was the fight. Oh yeah, good call. Are they trying to get Torres cut? The thing is, they could cut Torres even off a win. They could have just cut him. They're like, this guy is not good, right? So, yeah, I think they're giving him another chance. But God, that fight was horrible. With Alvarez moving up, who's Dawson fighting? I think who's he fighting? Do you know?
No idea, dude. No.
For us, yeah, makes sense in Paris. That fight would be good. Gustafsson will fight in Paris. Ooh, nice. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, me neither. Lonnie Kavanaugh kind of reminds me of Robbie Keane from Cobra Kai, dude. That's series.
Funny. Antoine's asking about the pictures. Yeah, Gloria DePaul and Minor Baden, so they have these like what are they, bondage kind of pictures or something?
Antoine, you're in the Discord, dude. So I mean, you can.
He never checks though. Yeah, but you can find it. You can easily search them up. Listen. it's okay to talk about them because you know what? These people put them out there. They put them out there.
Yeah.
So why? There's nothing wrong with us talking about them. It's not like they were like some leaked pictures that like they were trying to hide. It's not like the fappening back in the day when they had like all those. Yeah, even though I think that's the website that Marcel uses, right? Isn't it?
I don't know. Is that
yes,
true?
You do. You fucking liar. You sent me Marcel sent me a link, guys. He sent me a link. He's like, "Hey, man,
dude, they're setting me up here, dude."
I know. Your mom's gonna listen to it after too. So you can go, Marcel, what are you watching on the computer? You dirty boy.
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
Oh man, Photoshop Lonnie's hair on Chuck's head. Put Chuck's beard on Lonnie's face. That's funny. Mo from Mo and Curly. Yeah, it's funny. All right, I think that's good though. I think we're at 50 minutes. That's perfect timing. All right, guys. Yeah, anything else you want to say, Marcel, or are you good to go?
I'm good to go, dude. I have nothing else to say. I'm going to drink something now.
Yeah, you should. Let's take this last question from Antoine. Will they feed Umar seed to the Wolves? No, they'll try to build him back up, I would think. Too bad Anthony Smith retired because that would have been...
Probably gets a winnable fight in Paris or something. You know?
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for today's podcast. We really appreciate you guys joining us. As always, it was a lot of fun. We'll be back next Sunday for the UFC...
Baku
recap and UFC 317 preview. I can't wait for that. Can't wait to talk about that card. Have a great week, everyone. Happy Father's Day once again to the dads in here, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Take care.